guys. What is going on? Random H first. Yes, you are the first. Boom, 4, 5. What's going on, guys? It's been a while since I've done a live stream. Really wanted to just hang out and talk with you guys for a little bit. What's up, Bass Commander 101? Hope things are going well. Forgive me. I got a few things to talk about. We'll let everybody kind of jump in here. What's going on, Bruno? I'm trying to get my laptop in here so I can also see you guys a little better, see the chat a little better. I'm chatting from my phone. What's up, Watauga, man? Long time no chat. What's going on, Steven? Wax up. What's up? Typo, trust me, man. It's like I always tell people, I'm a math guy. I'm not an English professor, so. All right, we got 19 people in here. Hey, guys, I just wanted to say hey, really, basically. Let you guys know what's been going on. I've been, what's going on, Bass Munitions? Just talked to you. I bet I didn't even tell you about this. I'm sorry, brother. It's kind of impromptu if you don't know. I didn't schedule it out nowhere. I've been fishing. Actually, been searching a lot of new lakes. Really spent a lot of time on the graphs. Unfortunately, you guys aren't going to see a lot of that. Where are you going fishing at tomorrow, Steven? I'm going. I'm probably going to go to my top secret Lake P, which is a small lake. It's a lake I grew up fishing. Uh, it's got a lot of gizzard shad on it. Fishes like a Tennessee River lake, but it's not one. It's more of a highland lake. What are you searching for? Largemouth out there mainly, or has that lake got smallmouth on it too? We are up to 25 just like that. Spotted bass. Big spotted bass. I need to go somewhere and catch some big spots, some magnum spots. I want to do that. There's spotted bass around here, but like in Tennessee and Virginia, they're kind of considered more a nuisance than they are, you know, a resource, I guess. So, because Tennessee, they're always trying to get those, get those smallies, to take hold. They're big on the smallmouth fishing over in Tennessee, which I love, especially northern Tennessee. What's going on, TK Heaven? I'm doing good, man. I'm glad you finally made it. So, guys, for you guys that seen the thumbnail at the beginning, I told you guys a little while back, and I've been really excited to unveil this. So, I've actually started working with a new company. I parted ways with a company that I'd worked with for a couple of years. And for my jerseys and stuff for my tournaments. And I've joined forces with Dove Designs. Now, the reason I've joined forces with Dove Designs is because they can do a lot of stuff for me. I had a small store put together, but let's just face it, it kind of sucked. So, um, I want to do some cool T-shirts and stuff for you guys in the future. But anyway, all that. What's going on, Cabin Outdoors? But anyway, the big deal, what I really wanted to do is I've got some stickers for you guys. And Dove Designs actually put them out there. Yeah, Watauga Basser is pro staff for them, but they'll do everything from jerseys, hoodies. They do hats, and not just in the fishing industry, in a lot of different industries. What's going on, John? They do a lot of different industries stuff. So anyway, so here's the cool thing. So I've got 50 stickers. Now, here's the deal. What's going on, Mike? I've got 50 of these, and these are good stickers. Dove Designs did this. What's going on, Alex? So here's what I'm asking you to help me with. I'm going to give these away to you for free to the first 50 people that will send me or that will basically put a message, just say, I want a sticker. Getting ready for iCast. That's, I'm not going to get to go to that, man. I still have not got to go to an iCast yet. I really want to, but I haven't got to do one. But, so anybody that wants a sticker, make sure in the comments section that you put, I want a sticker. I'm giving 50 away. I'll do some more later. But here's what you have to do. Now, here's the only stipulation, guys. These stickers are not cheap, and I'm giving them away, and I'm paying postage to get them to you. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to help me promote BassGeek, get BassGeek out there. What's going on, Slick Rick? So all I want you to do is when you get the sticker, put it on your truck, your car, your boat, your kayak, whatever you put it on, one per person, and I want you to take a picture of it. I want you to post it on your InstaFace, Bookagram, Twitterify, whatever it is. So I want you to, help me, get the BassGeek logo out there. I want to own the hashtag BassGeek. Okay? That's the key. So I want you to tag whatever you're on. BassGeek Fishing is my Twitter and my Instagram. And on Facebook, it's just BassGeek. So whatever you post it to, whatever social media you have, when you get these stickers, make sure you put them on, whatever you want to put them on, preferably something that's going to be seen by a lot of people. Bass Munitions, you've already, there's some set aside for you. You're don't worry. What's going on, Maximus? By the way, Maximus, I will tell you, Maximus is a subscriber, and I'm actually going to Top Secret Lake P tomorrow, Maximus, so it's been bad. I've been out there twice in the past 2 weeks, and it has stunk, but I'm hoping the main school that I have on that lake, the first time I went out there were 6. I went out there this time, there were almost 20. And that was a week ago, so I'm hoping that school is continually growing. So hopefully I'm going to get you out, and we're going to be able to do a video of us catching some offshore fish on some swim baits real soon, Max. The other thing is, like I said, so when I send you these stickers, you have to put them on something. Take a picture. Help me out. Put them on something. Take a picture. Your car, your boat, your yak, whatever. Take a picture, put it on your social media, tag me in them, and put hashtag BassGeek. That's all I want. Everybody gonna do that for me? Everybody that's gonna do that for me, say yes right now in the comment section. Thank you. I'll send you one. What's going on, Chris King? I know I gotta get you a sticker, brother. All right, good. So remember, tag me and hashtag BassGeek for me. That's just going to help me kind of own that, get my logo out there, and, just promote the channel some. So anyway, now that that's out of the way, I'll remind you before I get off here, we're going to go about an hour. So who's doing some fishing? It's all right if you don't do anything. I'll tell you what, if you don't do any sort of social media, you just take a picture and email it to me, and I'll put it out there. So you're not ineligible. So who fished this weekend? Any tournament guys out there? Anybody do any fishing this weekend? I'm gonna go. Like I said, I'm going tomorrow. I worked all weekend. What kind of boat do you have? Yeah, Bass Munitions is too busy making baits. Man, I want to come out west and go fishing. My buddy out west with Chris, I really like him. If you guys haven't heard their podcast, you really should check out Yak Tactics podcast. He's a really good friend of mine. I love Chris, man. He's an awesome, awesome dude. Bass Tracker Heritage Edition. Man, those boats are sweet. That's a good boat. What's going on in North Florida? Smacked them on some top water. Chris is another guy that I want to come up and go fishing with. Uh, One of Chris's buddies, Chris King. If you guys haven't checked out Chris's channel, you need to make sure you go check him out and subscribe to him. Uh, Tournament. You fishing a tournament next weekend, TK Evan? Only caught a channel catfish. Hey man, that beats nothing. Personal best bluegill though. That's pretty good. What's up, Gator? Hitting them on top water. Where you gonna be at? Hey man, just from the bank. And guys, I'm sorry. That's something that I've actually really wanted to do this year, was do some bank fishing videos. I wanted to actually start up a second. What's going on, passion for hunting and fishing? I really wanted to start up a second video a week that was really going to be, more around the bank and the stream fishing. I live up in the mountains. Believe it or not, there's not like a whole lot of ponds that you can get to around here because everything is, steep banks. I'm good, but there are a lot of stream opportunities. Creeks, rivers, that sort of stuff, and so that's one thing I wanted to do. I know I do a little more intermediate stuff. Yeah, Mayhem. Actually, the last tournament, and guys, I'm sorry I don't actually film while I'm fishing the tournament, but as a co-angler, I just feel like it puts bad guys, and I know some guys don't mind asking. I know some guys don't mind to let you film. But what's going on, Josh? But it is what it is. But yeah, he only Carolina rigs a whopper plopper. That's the truth. Anybody knows if I ain't fishing deep, if I could get you know what? If I could put enough weight on a whopper plopper to get it low, imagine that spin underneath the water. Mm. Most of the time I'm fishing a topwater jig. It's a deep diving buzz bait. I like to throw those sometimes too. 3X hooks, yeah. But yeah, whopper plopper. In the last video, the first keeper in that tournament that I actually boated was on a whopper plopper. It was on the smaller one, the 90, in a bone color. I caught 4 or 5 early in the morning on a whopper plopper. So, well, thank you. I appreciate that, and that's something I want to do, and I want to do some a little more beginner style videos for you guys that have just started fishing. That's what spinner baits are for. Stephen, I have replaced a lot. Now I love a spinner bait. I love a spinner bait, but where I fish super clear water, I can't tell you how much a swim bait and an underspin have really replaced a spinner bait for me. One of the lakes that I'm scouting that I want to show you guys this year is, I think if you go back in my videos, you'll see me fish it. I fished it during the fall, caught a bunch of dinks, and it was, we'll call it Top Secret Lake F. And guys, especially, what's going on, Team Jesus, brother? What's up? And guys, I'm sorry I don't give out. A lot of the locals are going to know what these are, but I don't give out the names of the lakes, and I apologize for that. I know a lot of guys wished I did, and yes, I don't catch giants, so it's not like I'm trying to keep any top secret holes, uh, from you. But believe it or not, the first year I started doing this, my little small lake that I grew up on, that I'm talking about top secret Lake P. I literally went up there and had to wait in line behind 3 boats, and I probably didn't have 300 subscribers at the time. So, yeah, guys, I'll take all the thumbs up. Thank you very much. Passion for hunting and fishing. So, spot burning does happen, and, I try to show you guys everything. I don't try to hide anything. Trust me, I had somebody walk up to me at an expo I was working one time, and they were like, I know you're not showing your best Demiki rig spots. Well, I'm not that good. so, so I show everything I can catch. It's on film. Uh, Good with Bass. You need to get back after them. You absolutely do. We got 33 people in here. That's awesome for being 10:21 on a Monday night. Uh, Man, I appreciate all the support. Like I said, guys, I'll run through it real quick. I've got 50 of these. I am going to be giving away more next month, but I've got 50 BassGeek stickers. If you want them, because they are great, they're by Dove Designs. Just say, I want a sticker in the bottom. The first 50 that comment, I'll get in touch with you, and I will get your address and I will mail them to you free of charge. But I want you to make sure that you take a picture after you put them on your hopefully car, truck, boat, tackle box if you're a bank angler. You don't have a vehicle, you're a young guy. Tips for flipping bluffs. Blah, blah, blah. Somebody better tell me how to say that first, or laydowns. But tag me in them and hashtag BassGeek, please. So tips for fishing. The name of that underspin is a Tennessee River Bling. It's by Ledgehead. You can get that at ledgehead.com, and there is a 10% discount. I think it's BassGeek. I think it's just BassGeek. But check in the description. I've got that. Guys, I'm telling you, the Ledgeheads, I love the Ledgeheads. They, number one, unlike a regular, what I call acorn head, they don't get hung up as bad. They come through sparse grass. You're not going to throw it in mats, of course, because it's an exposed hook. If you throw... What's going on, Mr. Tooley? God, I can't talk tonight. But, I lost my train of thought there. But they don't get hung up. They come through sparse grass really well, which you can see in a video. Guys, I was fishing on Douglas pre-spawn, 20 foot of water, and I was, slow rolling that swim bait across the top of grass and 20 foot deep. Now, as far as the question goes about tips for flipping laydowns, one of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of people make is they get too close to those laydowns and they want to throw right up in the middle of it. Stay out deep. Now, I fish a lot of clear water, so I'm really, really big on making a long cast. So I'm big on making a long flip. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to imagine where the bottom of that tree, how far that tree comes out, if I don't run over it and see it, because I will flip stuff. Again, you go back and watch some videos from the summer. I'm flipping trees where I'm flipping brush that are in laydowns. What's going on, country girl fishing, that are 20 feet deep, and working my way up. The tips of them are in 30, 35 foot of water in a channel swing. And I will start out there. I'll work that edge. I'll even make casts to them and drag that jig or drag that soft plastic to them, and I'll slowly work my way in. The biggest thing you're going to have to deal with, just make sure you position yourself where the wind is blowing you away from it. Now, I know that's not always the, possible, but try to stay off that trolling motor. If it's a slight wind and you can let it slowly blow you in, let it slowly blow you in so that you can work on it. That's my tips. clear water, you know, I flip with 20 pound. I think P line is a great flipping 100% fluoro. Wood, I do not use braid. I don't care how smooth it is. I do not use braid when I'm flipping wood because when it comes over, if it's got bark on it, it is going to get hung up in it. It makes an unnatural sound coming across the wood. Uh, that's how I feel about it. I'm going to flip with 20 to 25 pound fluorocarbon. Most of the time, I'm going to flip with, like I said, P line 100% fluoro. That is the only thing I'll use that line for. It is strong as can be. It's twice as thick as like a cigar or a sun line, though. What's going on, Fract? I don't know how to say your name. Oh, oh gosh, sorry. How would I approach a deep lake like South Holston in the summer? First off, I run from South Holston in the summer. Uh, Smallmouth in the summer around these mountain lakes. And, you know, Chris, I don't know what it's like up there. I'm guessing it's not as nearly as deep. And Chris, I know, fishes a lot of smallmouth style lakes. But down here, you know, hits, you know, that lake it's 200 plus feet deep. So, yeah, night fishing. Bass Munitions has got it dead right, night fish. But you're going to have to use electronics. You're going to have to go deep. You're going to ledge fish. Pay attention to those drops. You're going to drop shot. You're going to Nico rig. You're going to see me. This is something that you're going to see, and it's a Magnum Nico rig. It's getting real big on some of the lakes where I'm fishing. So, you know, a lot of people are talking about the Magnum. I know Mikey Balls is talking a lot about the Magnum Ned rig, but even better than that, the Magnum Nico rig. Yeah, long points, humps, ledges. You know, that's on you know, Soho. That's what you're looking for on these mountain reservoirs. That's what you're looking for. That's what you're looking for anytime. And remember, deep's relative. You know, the one thing that you want to look for. Now, I know they don't generate a whole lot on, but I know they don't generate a whole lot. I think there's one generator, so they never pull a whole lot of water on South Holston. But, you know, I don't know, in certain areas that lake might actually get a thermocline in it. And it gets that thermocline in it, you're going to want to look for that because they'll be as deep as that gets. Like one of the lakes that I've been scouting, Top Secret Lake F, which is way up in the mountain. Some part of the lakes it was about 40 feet deep. Some parts of the lake it was about 50 feet deep. And a lot of times that's going to depend on water color too, because stained and dirty water, because it absorbs more of the sun's heat, is going to warm up faster. So that, you know, warm water and that cold water are going to separate a lot faster. Guys, re-ask your questions if I missed anything right there. A mag bed jig and been doing good on it. Like at Clayton. Now, I've not fished Clayton. Spotted bass are going to be about the same, though. I mean, you're going to go out there. Spotted bass are, in my opinion, even more aggressive than do I ever flip a tube. You know, I don't flip a tube a whole lot. For me, a tube is more of an open water bait. I know I should flip a tube. I know a tube is a great flipping bait, but I don't. To me, I like to use a tube when the smallmouth are out on those humps and that sort of stuff. Clater. You know, again, it's going to be the same thing, man. Got to use those graphs. Got to get out there on those humps. You know, those spotted bass like those hard bottom sort of areas. You know, which I'll tell you what, on ledge fishing, like if you're fishing the Tennessee River, yes, you're going to look for hard bottoms. what to throw deep. Dark water, can't find for sure. They change what they prefer every time we go. And that's going to happen on a small pond or a small private lake. 10 acres, they're so affected by any sort of change in weather or temperature or what might be spawning or whatever. The big thing, my favorite brand of jig, I don't really have one. There's a guy by the name of Smoky Mountain Jigs that made me a bunch. I will tell you this. I work with a company called OptiCast, and they make some really nice football head jigs, and they also make some great tungsten casting jigs, which that's my favorite jig is a casting jig. Magnum Ned rig and been loving it. Yeah, the Magnum Ned rig. Well, I'm going to tell you what. Get you a big worm. Try the Magnum Nico rig. So get you a big worm like a. Now, I seen a guy who's a local guy around here. See, now Chris down here, it's been the exact opposite, man. It has been a heat wave. I mean, it's been. I don't think there's been a day in 2 weeks that's been it's the temperature's been lower than like 89. Oh yeah, spotted bass are awesome, but get anyway the Magnum. There's a guy around here. He's famous for offshore fishing down toward. Uh, I love the chatterbait, but because the chatterbait is such a shallow, and I've actually looked at, and I need to get a little better. Yeah, Smoky Mountain Jigs is a good one. I really like them. Uh, but anyway, so the chatterbaits, I like them in dirty water. They're great in ponds. You can't beat them in ponds. They're great around shallow cover. They're great around grass. 90% of it, the time, I don't have that. The fish on these lakes around here are deep 90% of the time. If they're not deep, they're spawning. If it's clear water, a vibrating jig, they can see coming 100 miles away. So it's tough. But now, any chance I get to go to fish, shallower, dirtier lakes, then yeah, I was on Fort Loudon a few years ago and pulled out a black chatterbait and caught the first two of the day when we were out with my buddy Tim. Um, Night fishing tips for smallie, you better ask Bass Munitions that, because guys, here's the reason why I love to fish deep. It's because I suck at night fishing. All right, I hate it. I can't stand it. And it's because I suck at it. I love the scrounger head. That's a big thing. Everybody seems to be throwing. I've been throwing that for like 10 years, guys. That's and you know what? Smallmouth love that thing. I mean, I've thrown it for largemouth. I don't get near as many largemouth bites on a scrounger as I can get smallmouth bites. A smallmouth would just destroy it. What's going on, Brody Brown? Yep, there you go. What's up, Chris? Thumping spinner, small jigs work year round. That's at night. My best first choice of throwing through weeds. Now, if you're saying throwing through weeds, I'm going to guess you're talking about a little sparser amount of weeds. So we're not talking about mats. So we're not going to flip. Uh, there's a lot of different ways. If it's this time of year, I'm going to look at, you know, and it depends on what part of the country you're in. Deeper side, you can throw swim baits, you can throw a rattle trap. If I'm going to really throw it through the thick of the weeds, and we're again, if we're throwing something through the thick of the weeds, man, I'm going to tell you, it's hard around some of the sparse grass to beat, and especially if you're around magnums, to beat one of the 7-inch magnum soft jerk baits with a belly weight. That's a really good one because you can really let it sink down and pop it up. Of course, you want to use braid around grass 90% of the time. Yeah, dark worms at night. What's up? Out west with Chris. You know what? I was just singing your praises and telling everybody how much of a fan of yours I was. By the way, everybody make sure you go subscribe to each other in this. I say that all the time. We got Southwest Virginia Outdoors out west with Chris. What's going on, Joey? Man, that's my buddy from South Kakalaki down there. And you got TK Heaven, you got Chris King out there, man. You guys make sure you are all supporting each other. And if you don't have a channel, make sure you subscribe to all these guys. I'm a big fan of all of them, and I subscribe to every single one of these guys. And if I've missed a even thrown a Carolina rig 6-inch lizard, yep. If I've missed a question, make sure you pop it back up there and ask me again. Now, with the swim baits, you can throw a ledge head on there and exposed hook, but, also you might want to try some of the owner beast, and I would throw a bigger swim bait, especially this time of year. I call the 5-inch, I throw a lot of swim baits, guys, but, I don't get to throw the big swim baits, the big hard swim baits. For me, a lot of the hard swim baits, they tend to be a spring or fall thing because of how steep and deep the banks and the fishing is here. So, and then most of the time in the spring, I'm fishing tournaments. So, I'm throwing what I call tournament style or tournament size swim baits. And tournament size swim baits to me, are those 5 and 6-inch. Now, you can get away with throwing smaller. God forgive me, my nose is itching like crazy right now. Hey, man, see you later, Passion for Hunting and Fishing. Taxidermy brother, I appreciate you stopping in. Let's see. Sorry, Bass Mayhem. Hey, make sure you go subscribe to Bass Mayhem. He has a YouTube channel too, and I'm sorry I don't subscribe to you, brother. I'll go hit you up. But anyway, I think somebody said favorite Cinco. Of course, that's going to be Bass Munitions. Now, if you go check his out, Bass Munitions, I don't know if you guys seen the floating worm, but he's got a couple of worms out there that I use. You need to go check that video out. I like to use his stuff. I'm a big Bass Munitions fan as far as his soft plastic goes. And guys, he revealed something. There is on my Facebook page, there's a live stream he actually did last night. And you're welcome, man. You don't got to thank me for that, Bass Mayhem. But there's a live stream where he's doing a tricolor injection with his Recon Shad, which is a version of a rib style swim bait. You really need to check that out. It is amazing. Chris King, you in particular need to go check that out, because I know those rib style swim baits up there, those smallies destroy them. So you need to go check out Bass Munitions, brother. Top water bait Cincos and frogs going right now. You're up there in smallmouth heaven, King. I'm telling you. Yeah, I got no frog bite down here, guys. I'm telling you right now, there's no grass where I live. I mean, I could go out there and throw a frog until the cows come home, and I'd be closer to catching a cow than a bass most of the time. Oh yeah, I've got a video on how to fish summertime spoons. I love a Magnum spoon. Love it. Love a Magnum spoon. Love my two favorite, of course, Ben Parker Magnums and the sexy spoons. Any advice for Lake Cumberland this time of year? Go deep. deep points. My opinion, down toward the dam. I mean, you can run up river too. That's the two things, guys. Really, the three things. Here's the three things you look for in the summer. You either go deep, you find grass, green grass, grass that is alive and active, or you go to the river. You find active running water. Yeah, Bass Munitions will give out his the GPS for his pond, which is full of grass. So I'm going to go up there and finally catch a frogfish in grass. I have caught frogfish, believe it or not, by skipping a frog around laydowns in the summer and in the fall, which is, I know, kind of weird, but it works. All right, guys. So again, I'm going to remind you, the first 50 of you that says you want a sticker, and please help me promote BassGeek. These are not cheap. These are good stickers. Put it on your vehicle, your boat, your tackle box. Take a picture. Put it on your social media. Tag BassGeek and hashtag BassGeek, pretty please. I'll contact you probably sometime tomorrow. I'll go through and see who all was out there. And now, out west, you know you're getting one. I mean, you sent me a free hoodie, dude. You can have like 50 of them. I mean, I'm sorry, guys, but he sent me a free hoodie. I mean, you know, I kind of owe him a few free stickers. I'm sorry. You guys send me a free hoodie, and I'll send you all the free stickers you want. But, you know, um, they're not for sale, Derek, but I am going to give away 50 this month. I'm going to give away 50 next month. I'm just trying to get you guys to, you know, to help me promote the channel. So I'm going to give them out a little bit at a time. You know, there's only 32 of you on here, so I'm pretty sure everybody's going to get a sticker. Uh, so, but yeah. Shoo, guys, I'm sorry, I'm tired. I just kind of lose train of thought there for a little bit. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Chris. Man, I'd love to come down and fish the Harris Chain. So let me ask you guys, you know, I've gone back and forth. I've gone back and forth. So, you know, you guys know I fish the BFLs. I've been wanting to fish out of my boat, and the plan is next year to fish the BFLs out of my boat. But there's sort of this alternative plan, because I can take all the money that I spend, you know, for fishing these tournaments, take a year off of tournaments, and maybe set up like 3 good weeks, you know, going down south. I live on the Virginia-Tennessee border, so I could go down south, you know, take 7 days, go down to Florida for a couple days, maybe hit Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, kind of fish my way back home and fish with you guys. Yep, Miami, you know I'm coming. You know you're in there. And, well, thank you, Derek. That's what I'm doing now. But now, please make sure you take a picture, put it on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Just hashtag BassGeek. Help me get, you know, my logo out there. But my favorite technique for big bass, man, that is super easy. Finesse technique for big bass. You know, I probably caught, and I don't. Some people might not even call this a finesse technique, but a shaky head. A shaky head is I've caught a ton, even on an 1/8 ounce in 25 foot of water. Uh, I've got a specific way that I'll retrieve that. I'll throw it out, let it drop, kind of pull up, shake it a little, hop it real hard. Do that a couple times. All right, man. Good luck. See you, Alex. Um, you know I'm sending you some north. But anyway, what was I saying before all that? Anyway, a shaky head is probably, I've caught a lot. John, I'll send you one. But what was I talking about before that? Again, guys, I've been working all weekend. I'm tired. I'm a little hoarse too. I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Emily. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm telling you, Chris, and he will do custom colors, brother. I mean, the man is he's I love it. Finesse. Yeah, yeah, the shaky head. But what was we talking about before that? Anyway, ask me questions, guys. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna stay on here. I don't even know how long I've been on here. Been on here about 40 minutes. We'll stay on here about another 20, and then I'm gonna hit the hay because I'm going fishing. Just say I want a sticker right here in the comments, and I'll go through them. And the first 50 that commented, don't worry, these ain't gonna be the last stickers. Oh yeah, yeah, taking a year off. So should I take a year off and go fishing with other YouTube channels, subscribers? You know, go down south, go out west, go up north. So 3 full trips. So which should I do? Which would you all rather see? Would you rather see me fishing the tournaments out of my boat? Or would you rather actually see me take a year off and go fishing, 3 weeks and go just, go fishing? Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Y'all, I can't pay for hotels. Y'all gonna have to, put me in a doghouse or something. I mean, I don't take a lot as long as it don't get leaked on and I got a cover and a pillow. I'm good. So, well, see, there's you and there's Chris. So see, I could easily come out west with Chris. That's shameless plug, Chris. See, and I'd love to come down to. I'm dying. Kentucky Lake is a bucket lake for me. I've got 2, 3 guys that I could that's been wanting me to come out there and go fishing with them. That'd be awesome. There's nothing on God's green earth. Like I said, Florida. I mean that's a big one because I'd love to go down there. If you don't have social media, don't worry about it. What you can do is just take your picture and you can email it to me, and I'll post it. Well, I mean, guys, here's the deal with me. Okay, I know you can tell. I like donuts. Um, I like steak. I like ribs. I like birthday cake. I like food and beer. Sorry, so I know some of you all might not like that, but I'm kind of a beer snob. So what I'm saying is I'm fat, people. I'm fat. I'm old and I'm overweight. So the truth of the matter of the fact is I'm not ever probably going to be. I'm not going to ever be, or really, have the ability to make a run to be a pro angler. Um, you know, so for me, YouTube is kind of my outlet for that, and so the tournaments are fun. I'm always going to fish tournaments. I love to fish tournaments. I love competition. I coached football for 13 years. I wrestled in high school. I played baseball. Played football. Blah 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 blah. I'm a competitive guy. It's just who I am. I like to compete. So tournaments will always be something that I do. Plus, it allows me to meet people, learn, and grow. But the YouTube thing has really gotten way bigger than I thought it was. I mean, 12,000. I had 12,400 subscribers today, and that is way more than I ever thought I was going to see. I mean, that's nuts to me. So the thing about it is you know, I want to do what you guys want to do. And, I really, I really, really, really want to fish tournaments, but I really want to come fish new places and with some of you guys too. So, you know, over the next 2 years, I plan on doing both anyway. So, it's just basically what am I going to do first? Uh, and what would you guys rather see first? So I really do want to come fishing with a lot of you guys, and I really want to, come fishing like the Delta, man. The Delta with Chris, man. That is a bucket list lake. That's a legendary lake. There's so many legendary lakes out in California. There's so much great stuff. Uh, What's going on, Codfishing 180, brother? What's going on? And I have not forgot about you. I am going to send you your stuff. I've been getting it together. Forgive me, it's been busy. Yeah, I mean that's another. I mean New York, John. I mean New York's a state that Michigan, with Chris King, man, and Ben Nowak, and you know, uh, AR Caston. I mean, there's a lot of places that I'd like to go fish because, guys, I'll just be honest with you. The lakes around here, man, they're tough. I mean, they can be great at times, but for the most part, they're a grind 90% of the time. Well, if I don't fish the tournaments, I could just dump that money into the travel. So it's kind of as long as it is wide because when you're fishing the BFLs, the BFLs as a co-angler are $125 a piece. And being that I'm not fishing my home tournament series this year and that we're traveling, now Tim is great and he pays for the room almost every time. He won't let me pay for a lot. But I mean, it's still, man, it's a lot of money, to get out there and do that sort of stuff. And as a boater, it's $250. Man, the Gator division, we'd have to move to Florida. Who in Florida would let me and Bass Munitions stay for like, once a month for like 6 months? We're gonna fish the Gator division. Shoo! I tell you what, I wouldn't go down there with my boat though. Not ever having fished down there. I do too. I'm gonna tell you, I'd go down there though. I'd want to co-angle the first year I was down there because, man, some of those places down there. Whew, I mean, I'm used to running over 50, 100, 200 foot of water up here, and you get down there and you're running in 5 foot of water through, what looks like ditches, and I'm like, no. So I'd really have to adjust to that. I do, and like I said, I really plan on doing it next year. I'm probably gonna take a butt whipping as a boater my first year because I'm probably gonna be so nervous about it. But I promise you this: if I do, and everything goes right, get to fish as a boater next year, I will film every ounce of me being on the water. So. Oh, yeah, there we go. Dude, I've caught two muskies in my life and they're awesome. And I'd really like to do a muskie video. Wait, where'd you go out west? You get to call your own shots. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, I think you're talking, Chris, about the tournaments, and yeah, I do get to call my own shots. But at the same time, you know, I'm gonna be nervous, man. I ain't gonna lie. So, I mean, I'm gonna be super nervous, uh, about fishing out of the front of the boat. But I'm gonna get the fish my way. My PB largemouth is actually kind of small. My PB largemouth is 6'3", which I thought I've beat so many times, but I have yet to do. Uh, my PB smallmouth is 5, which I caught in a video you'll see actually from this past winter doing the Demiki rig. So, that's another reason why, I want to go catch some giants. I mean, I want to get in some places where I can go put some double digits in the boat. So, so, you know, 6'7", 4.2. That's good, man. You got me beat. I caught a 6 and I didn't get it on film. I went out fishing and it sucked. The day was just horrible last year. And I stopped fishing, I stopped filming because I was focusing on trying to catch fish and figuring them out. And sure enough, I picked up a jig. The water had been up and it had dropped slightly. It was still in the bushes. And picked up a jig. Sure enough, my favorite color jig. It's a good all around color. I call it, it's a black brown amber. I mean, what else do you want? It's got every damn color in it. You know, it's a black jig, it's a brown jig, it's an amber jig. So, yeah, Bass Munitions. You can't prove it if you don't have pictures. Dude, I'd love to go to Australia. Oh my God, that's definitely a bucket list. I don't even care if I fish. Like we just stand around and drink beer all day, and I'm like, I'm in Australia. This is awesome. 7.4, 3/8 spot. That's pretty good. Now my spot's not far off from that, and that's heck. I caught a 3 pound spot on where was it? Dale Holla in a tournament this past year. Daggone it. I keep hitting the wrong button. What's the best advice you have for jig fishing? Also, can you possibly live stream once a week or once every 2 weeks? Uh, you know, I'll tell you, I think people get bored of seeing me and hearing me stumble around. I think when you see my videos and I edit it all together, people kind of, uh, hey, thanks, Nick, man. I appreciate that. But, you know, live streaming's hard, you know, to drink beer. Man, anywhere I go, I'm going to drink a beer. I mean, you know, I love beer. Foster's beer at that. Oh, I really wanted to do a really bad Australian accent, but since I got a buddy on here from Australia, he'd probably take offense. It's probably like 90% of you Northerners going, "Hey, boy, what's going on? Doo-doo-doo." You know, hey, we might sound dumb, and that might be the stereotype, but it ain't true. Best beer in the world. Oh, it's Country Girl leaving. Hey, Country Girl, thanks for stopping by the way. 805 beer. I have not drank that. My favorite beer right now is a beer called 80 by Yeehaw. It's made in Johnson City. They have a couple of good beers that I really enjoy. And if anybody from Yeehaw is out there, I would love to pick you up as a sponsor for the tournament here next year. Uh, but guys, I'm going to stay. We got about 8 minutes left. I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. Because this was really impromptu. Again, first 50 people that comment that they want a sticker. And guys, these are really nice stickers from Dove Designs. This is a company that you're going to see a lot more of stuff from them. I'm going to do some carpet decals, the BassGeek carpet decals. I'm eventually going to work with them on a line of, you know, shirts that I'm going to do. So I'm going to get some swag out there, get them to do some stuff. Red Stripe, come on, man, come on. Whoa, there's way better beers out there than Red Stripe. I'm going to get on you on that one, Southwest. Come on, man. But, you know, again, top 50, if you want a sticker, make sure you say, hey, send me a sticker. The first 50 people will get one. This time, I'm going to give away more. I've got 200 of them. I'm just going to kind of give them away over time. More Modelo. That's a decent beer. I like the red, though. I believe the amber. I like it a little better. I can't believe we've turned into a beer. What's going on, Matt? Chris, man, don't do that. Man, do not do that, Chris. Do not do that. Do not do that. Thank you, but I'm putting that in the envelope and sending it back to you when I send your damn stickers. Anyway, daggone it. Yeah, the stickers. So again, the stickers, just put them on your car. Help me advertise BassGeek. Help me get the logo out there so everybody knows. Hashtag and tag BassGeek. Take a picture of it when you stick it wherever you stick it. Just don't stick it in weird places. That's all I ask. And don't take pictures of it if you do. Uh, and you know, so just yeah, everything. Go back and watch this. I'll put this in the description. Again, I'm super tired and it's 11 stinking o'clock. And I'm going fishing in the morning. Put it in my airfare. I do really want to come out there. You don't know how bad. Like, I could spend probably a month in California, just the fishing opportunities out there is just, I mean, it's insane. It's insane. You live in a beautiful part of the country. This part of the country is beautiful. I'd love for you to come up and see the Appalachian Mountains. People, say it right. I live here. I know how to pronounce it, okay? Uh, yeah, man, be good. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you for stopping by over the course of the next few days. Yeah, Clear Lake, no doubt that's on the bucket list. It has to be. Uh, what's up, Eddie? Man, thanks for watching. Southeast Georgia, absolutely. Yeah, not Appalachian. It's Appalachian. Apple at you. That's how you pronounce it. Um, Yeah, man, I would love for you to come out here, especially when the deep bite gets on. We throw some swim baits, uh, and I can take you to some really just cool hiking spots. Uh, so, but good night, Matt. Man, thanks for stopping by again. But thanks for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate it. I know this is impromptu, and it's it's a Sunday night, so I know everybody's got to get up and go working. What's going on, Taylor? Missouri, yeah. I probably said it wrong right then and there, so I apologize. Take care, Chris. You be good. Right there's another guy I'd love to come up and fish with. But anyway, guys, be good. Mr. Truly, be good. Cod fishing, be good. TK, man, you're awesome, dude. I appreciate all of you guys. Bass Munitions, you done know. Uh, all right. Thank you, brother. Y'all be good. I'll see y'all later.